Well, here we go. The first week of high school football is just a week away, and the first Friday Night Live is here right now. How can it be time already? I really have no idea.
The Class 2A Division II Region Final Championship is a rematch between Albany and Hamlet. The guys are actually behind me right now getting warmed up, ready for this game that is sure to be cold and windy, but they're getting ready.
Well, on Sundays we take a look back at this past week's high school football performances from around the big country, and we recognize several athletes who had some great performances.
The ASU Wildcats are looking to make history here when they take the field in about 30 minutes at McLean Stadium as the very first ASU team to ever take on a Big 12 opponent. After falling to Maryland for the second straight season to open up the year, I bet nobody predicted that the Texas Longhorns would be making it to the Big 12 championship this year, except for the Texas Longhorns. Tom Herman, in his second season, has led the Longhorns to a Big 12 championship where they fell to Oklahoma 39-27. But that's not the biggest story of this season. The biggest story is that Tom Herman, in his second year at Texas, has completely changed the culture surrounding Texas football.
Well, as we sit here on the final NFL Sunday of 2018, we reflect on all of the crazy things that have happened in the sports world this year. Now, what a year it's been. Can you believe that the Winter Olympics were in 2018? What about the World Cup as well? What about Tiger Woods winning the PGA Tour Championship? Now, that all seems like it was forever away. So, of course, on the final Sunday of the year, we'll add to the craziness that was 2018.
When the Abilene High Eagles take the field here at Pennington Field against LD Bell tonight, they're going to be playing for more than just their second district win. Instead, they're going to be playing to rally around senior Clay Cox and head coach Delvan Cox, whose father passed away earlier this week.
College football action continuing this Saturday as Hardin-Simmons is at home taking on the Howard Payne Yellow Jackets. HSU looking to remain unbeaten on the season as they play under the lights at Shelton Stadium for the first time ever in ASC play. The Cowboys come out guns blazing. Jaquan Hemphill takes the handoff and heads for the races. That's a 58-yard touchdown for the senior, his second in the game. Hardin-Simmons leads 14-0, and they keep on going. Second quarter now, Reese Childress takes the snap directly, finds a hole, and takes it to the house for a 15-yard touchdown. Cowboys up 21-0. Howard Payne responds, though. Jackets on their own 24-yard line. Gage McClanahan finds Jordan Bryant, who turns on the Jets. 75 yards later, he finds himself in the end zone. It is now 21-7. Hardin-Simmons still on top. HSU's next possession now. Ty Hooper hits Reese Childress. He breaks a tackle and strides over the goal line for his second touchdown of the game. Hardin-Simmons takes a 28-7 lead. Reese Childress says, you know what, why stop there? Howard Payne punts it away. Childress on the return. He's going, and gone. The Cowboys take a commanding 35-7 lead in the second quarter. Hardin-Simmons put up over 500 total yards of offense in the first half alone. They add 300 more in the second half. The Cowboys win big in this one. They take on East Texas Baptist next week.
Meet Tegan Reeves.
Sometimes I get a catch and pitch.
He's a Special Olympian. The 32-year-old has been competing for the majority of his life.
Track, bowling, golf, powerlifting, boxing. They got it, I will play it.
And those aren't even all the sports that take him place. He competes in 11 different sports through the Special Olympics and many others outside of the Olympic playing field. Growing up in a sports-centric family, he learned to love playing at a young age.
He's been around baseball and softball his whole life, so we don't know anything but sports.
But he doesn't just like to play the sports.
I like to win, so I got lots of medals, and I got lots of gold, lots of silver, and lots of bronze medals at home.
Even though Tegan was born with an unknown disability, his family never let that slow him down.
You know, ever since Tegan was born, you know, he's delayed, you know, and stuff like that, and being around sports all the time, he wasn't able to go to regular high school and junior high and participate in those things, and so we thought Special Olympics would be the best for him. And from the day when Michael Jordan was big, he used to wear Michael Jordan stuff around all the time. He could spin the ball in his finger and just had unbelievable, you know, eye-hand coordination, stuff like that. So we just got him involved in that, and he's loved it ever since.
Special Olympics has been a big part of Tegan's life ever since he started competing when he was 10 years old. Tegan has made a lot of friends.
We do everything together because we always did together as a team.
and Special Olympics has provided him with opportunities to make new relationships on and off the field.
It's grown him. He's grown in a lot of different ways. You know, he may not be able to read and write and do all those kind of things, but he's got very good social skills because of the Special Olympics and being around college athletics all his life.
I got the chance to spend a couple of hours with Tegan up at ACU. Baseball and softball seasons are in full swing for the Wildcats, so he spends a lot of his time with the teams.
Tegan, what's your favorite sport?
I say baseball.
You get to come out here and do it all the time?
Yes, ma'am. I want to play pro. My dream, play pro. My dad going, Tegan, play for the Rangers. Right? I come first time I come to baseball every day to work out with the team. And they let me hit and pitch.
Well, when the Wildcats are out on the field, you can bet Tegan will be out there with them, whether it's shagging balls, hanging out with the pitchers in the dugout, or just being a light when it gets a little dark. He's got so much energy, and I can tell y'all that my arm was really tired after throwing with him the other day. In studio, I'm Margaret Johnson. Well, we are talking high school football tonight. The Wiley Bulldogs and Cooper Cougars played the first ever Southtown Showdown at Shotwell Stadium this evening. We've got the Cougars versus the Bulldogs, cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. Cooper strikes first in this one. Aeneas Favors takes the handoff and goes right up the gut for a 1-yard touchdown. That's one of 2 for Favors on the night. Cougars are up 7-0. Later in the second quarter now, it's Jackson Hansen at quarterback for Wiley. He scrambles for the Bulldogs, and he's got some room. That's a nice gain and adds 15 yards for the face mask first down Wiley. Same drive, 4th down now. Hansen goes deep, but Dylan Davis is there to pick it off for the Cougars. That interception leads to a Cooper field goal. Cooper led 20-0 at the half. We're moving on to the third quarter now. Noah Garcia adds to Cooper's lead when he goes 6 yards in to put Cooper out in front 27-0. The next Cooper drive of the third quarter, Aiden Thompson back to throw. Nigel Williams catches the ball in the back corner of the end zone, 34-0 Cooper. The Cougars blow past Wiley to earn the very first win of the season. 48-0 is the final score from Shotwell. The Cougars are now 1-3 on the season. Wiley is 0-4. Let's go to Wichita Falls now. Brownwood visiting the Ryder Raiders. I love the alliteration there. The Lions, Tommy Bowden with a touchdown pass to Adonis McCartney, who takes it all the way in for the score. Brownwood is up 6-0. Second quarter now. Bowden takes the snap, but he is met by a whole host of Raiders for the sack. Now we got seconds before the end of the half. Jacob Rodriguez with the quarterback keeper. He's going to take it in, but falls 1 yard short of the touchdown. Brownwood did score with 2.5 minutes left in the game to rally to beat Ryder 20-16. The Lions are now riding a 2-game winning streak. On to Eastland we go. The Mavericks and Childress moving their game up to tonight. Homecoming for Eastland. First quarter, first drive for Eastland. Quarterback Zach Brown in for Baron Morton. He throws a dart to Alex Gonzalez, who makes his way through a number of Bobcats and high steps it into the touchdown. 7-0 Eastland. But Childress response. Luke Latimer fake pumps and airs this one out to Miguel Salinas, who snags it and takes it in for the TD. 7 all at this point. We're moving on to the second quarter now. 14-7 Childress. Latimer doing it all. 2 touchdowns through the air and 1 on the ground right now. 21-7 Childress. Now Childress does add a few more scores to take the game. 35-7. Eastland moves to 3-1 on the season. Let's go to Tuscola now. Number 1 Mason from Class 2A against Jim Nett. Mason strikes first in the second quarter. Jake Cockerham on the sweep. He's got the end zone, and the Punchers led it by a touchdown. Otto Wofford is throwing the ball at this point for Mason. Check out the grab by Ethan Powell. Nice catch and another touchdown for the Punchers. It's 14-0. Now Mason spoils Jim Ned's undefeated season. The Punchers take the game 35-7. 2 more scores for you tonight. The Cross Plains Buffaloes fall in a 1-point heartbreaker. Christoval hands Cross Plains their first loss of the season, 27-26. And it was also a tough night for Goldthwaite. Toller shuts out the Eagles 48-0. Goldthwaite moves to 1-3 on the season. That's all the time that I have for sports. Let's go back to Sam.